Today we're going to be playing more Super Pershing. The reason for that is I need credits, and I think this thing gives a lot of interesting games. Actually, as I've been playing it, I think it's really well balanced for tier, and I think it's a very strong tank. So for this one, we're on the map Empire's Border, and we're going to see how good of a game we can get. Sorry for bumping the mic, by the way. I want to try to break, if I could get a 4K damage game for YouTube or even close to that area, like 3,500, I'd be very happy. And this one, we're top tier. So we have a goal, and generally speaking, if you want to get high damage, let's just say your goal is to get high damage, what you need to do is you need to bring yourself to where the enemy tanks are going to be. So on a map like this, what you'll find is that a lot of their tanks, which are primarily shitty heavies, will be in the south. You could go to the north on this map if they had a lot of red medium tank players, but on this map, not going to happen. They don't really have many mediums, so I'm going to get the most damage if I go to where the most enemies are. That's going to be in the south. The question is, do I go to H3, H4, or just do I start off by going to J2? So the way I see this is the Super Pershing can play both J2 and H4 reasonably well. And the reason for that is this is a hull down vehicle. You want to get hull down, and if you can manage that, you've got really good gun handling to deal with other hull down vehicles. So if we go to H4, we can always flex to J2 to fight over there, but if we go to J2, it can be really hard to leave, and in a tank as slow as the Super Pershing, you might not want to commit to J2, because if you leave, it's like you're in a Super Pershing, you're really slow. So the way I see it is it's going to be safer for me to go to... What is our team doing? Christ. I'm going to definitely... With the team dispersion, I'm going here. Because I think that's going to give me a bit better of an exit if I need to leave. And also, if their whole team goes south, I can deal with that. But if their whole team goes north, I can also deal with that because I'm already there. Like H4 versus J2. If my whole team goes to... If their team goes to J2, I can always move to deal with that. If they all go to H4, I'm already here. That should be good. Now, I don't have a lot of experience playing this flank, so to me, this is a major angle right here. There's definitely a funnel that you have to watch out for, because people like the P43 will want to shoot you, and so what you can do to deal with that, as far as I can tell, is to come over to here. Now, notice this WT shot the Lorraine. How do you mitigate that angle? Maybe coming way left? I've never played this before, so you're watching me do something I've never done, and I think the way to deal with this WT is to push into this. First of all, I need to get him to shoot, because you can see he's probably about here. Look at the map. I don't know exactly where he's sitting, but he's in this area. And so what I'm doing is I'm moving back and forth. My armor is probably not going to stand up to the WT's shot, but I'm just trying to not give him very much to shoot at. I want him to miss here as opposed to me trusting my armor. Now, at this point, I'm probably unspotted. And so this is really aggressive. But I should be safe from the WT while I'm here. And if there were enemies in this bowl, this would be where I'd want to be. Now, the problem is there isn't. And, well. Now I'm in a position where I push into a bunch of them. Okay, so what can you do? If you're up to here, you can flank the 252. And the way you do that is you do that by coming to the right. Now, I don't know if that's my first focus. I need to clear out this WT first, I think. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to point my gun towards the WT and the 4202. Here we are. Put a shot into this guy. That's 300, which is a major roll. And we're just going to focus down this 4202 who I actually managed to track. Good. How did he pen me? He's shooting AP. Let's just try to reduce the chance of being penned. And here's rough, because I'm alone and there's a WT fucking there. And so what I can't do is I can't really push into these guys. I'd love to shoot at this Jagdtiger, but what you'll see happen... Oh, maybe now I can. Okay, so here's what I have to do. I'm going to auto-aim because it's his rear. And then I'm going to watch that WT, and you can see that's the place. The WT is reloading. I'm watching the map to see if the FV422 gets spotted. None of these shots are going to be very well aimed. This WT is certainly poking. And so we're just going to get safe. And so you see I was able to get a couple extra shots of damage. Here's where I'd start to worry about getting flanked by the Emil and the Oni. And the reason for that is this Jagdtiger doesn't give a fuck. And so what I need to do is I need to actually turn around. And the reason for that is if the Emil gets above us, he's going to be held down. We don't want that. I need to go deal with this before dealing... the WT's being suppressed right now by my teammates. And even if he wasn't being suppressed by the Jagdtiger, it's like these guys would be distracting the WTs. So turning around is definitely the right option because we're going to get pushed. And, well, this guy is not gonna... I might have to deal with the Oni and the Emil by myself, which is rough. So where do I want to be to deal with that? Probably out of fire from the WT. Doesn't look like it should be an issue. Maybe a position like this is going to be okay. Like, I have the gun I don't have the gun depression to make this work, actually. So that's interesting. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to clear this out. I think we're going to lose this flank. To be honest, I think that Jagdtiger's going to die, which he did. The standard B is going to be next. This 53 is going to die. And I have spaced armor, so I should be able to take this, in my opinion. Let's see what happens. Oh shit, he's aiming for my weak spots. Dude! Alright, 2-shot. Where's the Emil? Because I have to watch out for that. Here's what needs to happen. I need to start running, because if you see, we've lost the other side of the map. Now, these guys are probably going to go back to base. Incredible. This team. Okay. Can I get out of here? The top speed of this vehicle is solid. Do I stop to shoot at the Jagdtiger? Probably it's worth it for the damage. We've won the north, which is great, but I'm a one-shot. I don't know if I shoot at this Jagdtiger. I think I shoot at him on the move and just get out of there. So I shot because he's stunned, and he's probably not going to spot me if he's stunned. But now that he's kind of like not stunned, he's going to have the speed to go after me. And so what I have to do is, in my opinion, definitely run away in this context. Because we lost the flank that I played on. Luckily, this team hasn't been bad. So we've actually won the north, and that's going to give us some map to work with while we try to win this game. Now the problem is, like, we're not in good positions. SU's in a great position. I don't know what these guys are planning on doing. And I definitely don't have the HP to make any mistakes at this point. So what I think is the best idea might be to help out with this flank. What I could do is I could camp on this corner and watch the south, and that's fine, but I think I want to get to where my teammates are in this game. And the reason for that is because I'm low HP. Like, I can't go solo anyone, even if they're driving down this, like, I'll just get RD'd or something. So maybe I won't get RD'd by sitting here. I don't want to be, like, the only one holding a flank, basically. I'd rather be shooting at this 112 from a really safe position. And so what I'm going to do here is this 112's pushing forward, it's going to load AP, and I'm going to let him push. I need him to commit into this SU, because that's going to, if I start shooting at him now, he's just going to fall back. I need him to push into the SU. That way I get the SU support. And, like, if I shoot at him here, he's going to fall back. And so what I can do now is join him. Join the SU. And now this guy's really committed. Or decently committed. I'm going to get a couple shots into him, as opposed to simply one. There you go. Definitely just shooting AP here, and you can see the 112's focusing me. So, in this context, you might have to worry about getting flanked. The reality is we have already to deal with this, and a bunch of my teammates are actually coming to help. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stay here. I'm not going to poke on the 112. I can't risk getting shot by HE, for example. But it looks like these guys are going to YOLO the 112. I can get an extra shot of damage like that. And simply waiting here is a fucking... I'm really happy. This is so good. This 112 is going to be an issue, though. These guys need to push. It's rough because I'm waiting for these players who took their heavy tanks north to YOLO a 112. But eventually they'll do it. I hope. And that's going to be a good thing for myself. Now, part of the problem is... the longer they wait, the longer the Jagdtiger and the Ferdinand have to flank me. Basically, that's the problem. I'm going to load gold here because the 112's probably facing me if he hasn't backed up as much as he can at this point. The problem here is my map's getting in the way. So... what I could do is I could poke my tracker on the corner like this to see if I get spotted, and that might give me an idea of where the 112 is. So, you know, I didn't get spotted. I could maybe... there you go. You have to be careful with that. Probably the 112 just fired. No, he's camping me. Dude, the map's too small. That's the rough thing about the map positioning in this game. The 112's definitely camping me. So I can't do much. That's a one-shot Yag. Okay. So I have options being held in this corner like this. Okay, what's going to happen? So the one-shot Yag might push into me. What I don't want is I want this Yag to come around the corner and not proxy spot me. You see? If he's just going to drive into me, which he might, I want him to be here when he's... oh, fuck. Okay, Black Prince should have that guy suppressed. Need my map bigger right now. I need to watch that 112. Dude, Black Prince, no. Wow, you have a map. Nice. Dude, the Artie player has realized he can click on the map. This is rough, because if the Jagdtiger gets here, he's going to be held down against me, but there's not much I can do about it. I think the Jagdtiger... I think this Black Prince really should try to fucking... I'm going to try to get this guy to shoot on the move. Okay, tracked him. Good. Okay, now we keep him tracked. Dude, where's the Ferdinand from? Okay, that makes sense. That was a really rough position, but I think it was really, like, I thought I played that game well. The main problem was that I took the hit from the WT. Now, a lot of people find themselves in that position and get upset that they didn't win. The only other play that I think I could have made, apart from getting not shot by the WT, is sitting here and shooting them as they drove into me. Now, that would have been great because I would have had arty support, but, you know, them coming through the middle is also a viable thing to worry about. And you can see, like, even though that was supposedly being covered by the Black Prince, the W112 was able to just drive into me anyways. I was going to say the WZ, because, you know, the WZ11114, the Chinese tier 8 premium, but, you know, I actually never see those anymore. That's so weird. Regardless, you know, I thought I made a decent play out of the two options that I had. We lost, but I still, you know, that's definitely something a lot of people need practice with, is like making a last stand. Most people would have been really antsy against the 112. And to be honest, maybe I should have been more aggressive against the 112, because if I'd killed him, I wouldn't have had to deal with the crossfire situation I was put into. But, you know, 3k damage, not a bad result at all. 28k credits, that's okay. Like, I want to mark this tank, so I don't really care about making like a ton of credits. As long as I'm slowly making credits, I'm happy. I think that's a really great video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop recording, and I'm going to start working on my next video, because I've been working on doing the CV joint on a 2000 Audi A4, and that's been the hardest thing I've ever done in relationship to a car, so I don't have a lot of time this week, but yeah.